Namaste. Today we will learn Padangushthasana. Padangushthasana is the foundational pose of ashtanga vinyasa, and this is the first pose which prepare you for the further series. It is a forward extension pose, and this pose will help you to open the back hamstring, and it will also help you to become more flexible in sitting sequence. Remember one thing, standing forward bend is always first, then sitting forward bend, because it helps you to elongate the muscles and prepare your muscles for the sitting sequence. What to do in this pose? As you see already, Padangushthasana, we open the leg, hip distance, not more than this, because if you go more than this, you will be disconnecting the work from the back leg and you will only work with your hamstring. So if you want to actively work with your Padangushthasana, open the leg hip distance like this. So what we will do first, always bending from the hip socket, from the hip joint, and from here you bend forward. So when you go down, normally in ashtanga we go straight leg, but you can also go with the bending knees if you feel that you are a little bit stiff. Bend the knee, go down, and keep the back straight. As you can see, my back straight. So here, when you do Padangushthasana, I open my foot, hip distance, I will go down, I will use the two finger, index and middle finger, to grab my big toe. So like this, make a full lock. It's like you are locking, hooking the hands into the big toe. So the root of your middle finger here has to touch the root of your thumb and second finger, big toe and second finger. So like this and this way. So once you grab, as I can show you from the front, you can grab like this, and then you touch the thumb top of the big toe here, and then you press the big toe down. See how I'm shifting my weight from outer edge of the foot to the inner edge of the foot. So basically what I'm doing, I'm pressing my big toe so that my grip becomes stronger. So here, this is the first position that you will come in Padangushthasana. Very important that you have to remember here, that when you do Padangushthasana, make sure that you are reaching completely down, so that you are bending from your hip joint. As if you are a beginner, you can little bit micro bend the knee, but do not go that much down, which will drop your buttocks down. Always buttocks should be elevated towards the sky or towards the ceiling, because then only you will be able to open the back leg nicely. This you have to remember. So let's go down, grab the big toe, and then once we are locking, we are shifting the weight from outer edge to the inner edge, and then we inhale, elongate the spine like this. Second key point, when you're already down in Padangushthasana, second key is very important, that you have to go with elongation before you enter into the pose. Why? Because when you go further, you're trying to open the spine with a straight line, so that when you enter, you are not closing it back. Because if you have a stiffness, or if you're doing in the morning time, sometime it can happen that you will feel that little bit stiff there. So make sure that you are elongating before you enter. So what I will do now, as my second position is this, I will elongate the spine. Third very important part, when you elongate the spine, open from the upper body. So you have to go this extension. Don't go only half. Body is divided into two sections in Padangushthasana, upper body. Bottom rib to down to the pelvic, pubic bone. Bottom ribs to armpit. So the hip, when you take your hip back in Padangushthasana in order to extend the spine, this is the only extension of half trunk. Half trunk will extend only when you will move your hands forward. See what I'm doing. I'm rotating my arm. This. I'm rotating my arm, and then I'm going forward. So I'm trying to extend this area, the armpit. I'm trying to open the armpit, so that my whole body will connect together and having it the same line, straight line, in order to go in forward extension. So let's show you one more time. Take inhale, from the rotation of the hands, go forward, this straight in the back. And then when you enter, now this another point, the fourth point is, when you enter down, you don't change the length of the spine, just Bend the elbow, see, before we rotate externally, now we rotate internally, and then we go down. Did you notice one point here? When I was rotating forward, I was taking whole body merge with the lower trunk, below the bottom ribs, with upper trunk. But when I was going down, I'm connecting this trunk together, just I'm rotating my arm and taking whole trunk together in forward extension. Remember one thing, one more time. When we down, I inhale, I pull the chest forward half so that my half trunk is extended. Then I rotate my arm forward so the half trunk is also extended. Two action I did in order to open the body. But when I'm entering in the pose, I took only one action. I just did rotation and then all spine down like this. And once you are there, when the bottom ribs touches the thigh, you are there. No need to touch the chest. Chest will not touch. Just the bottom ribs to the thigh. And then elbows in and head down. Then watch the nose. 5 breath here. Once you are already here, you shift the weight towards the toes. Because if the weight is on the heel, you are activating the lower back knee. But when the weight is on the toes, you are opening the hamstring, including the glutes. This part we want. And then head down. As you exhale, inhale up and exhale. Hands on the hips, you come up. Like this way. This is how you slowly build the flexibility. Open the leg so that in sitting sequence, Paschimottanasana is not possible if Padangushthasana is hard for you. Do Padangushthasana every morning, stretch the hamstring, open the back, improve the circulation so that slowly it will help you in further pose. Enjoy. Namaste.